photographer, an animal lover.
Yes.
Have a pretty healthy marriage to a cop. And with 2 children.
Yes, sir.
Pretty good life. You live on the beach with them.
It's beautiful there. Everything seems so far away. But really, it's God's gift every day the sun comes up.
And you've lived a pretty full, pretty good life. You've raised 2 very good kids who are in a pretty good state right now. And you have a husband who loves you and who you've loved in return. You've made some really good friends, and you've done a lot of help for a lot of people.
Yes, I have, and I'm blessed to have that.
And you're a very assertive, very brave person.
Well, you have to be when you're a photographer sometimes. You gotta take those risks in situations, and, you gotta do that.
But it wasn't always like that, was it? A long time ago, when you were younger, you were a very different person, and someone had to pay the price for that.
Okay, yes, I was a scaredy pussy, okay? Yeah, I know I was.
I think we've gone over your friends' situation, so I think it's only fair we go over what happened to you.
Do we have to?
Yes.
I don't want to.
Yeah, considering you budge into our life all the time, it's be interesting to know
fine,
something
it's
about
only
you.
fair. Yes, I'm a nosy person. Yeah, but go ahead. I'll suffer the pain. I'll take the bullet. Let's do this.
So, you were a preteen at the time, I remember, about 11, 12, am I correct?
Around 15 or 16.
It's quite an age difference. You don't really remember when it happened?
Not really. Well, yes. I'm just. Yes, I do. Yeah, I really do. It scarred me.
I don't think anyone would just forget a camping trip like that.
Oh, the camping trip.
The one to Garner State Park.
That was a horrible day.
It was with a group of classmates. You just kind of tagged along. You weren't really close friends with everybody except one person, Davis. You 2 were really good friends, and one night you 2 just decided to go hiking all on your own, just exploring the woods. And at the time, you were a very different person. You were not as brave, not as assertive. It was mostly Davis who protected you. But of course, that night, you weren't the one who needed saving. When Davis fell off that cliff, he was hanging there. And he was asking for you to help him. He was crying. But you were too scared to reach out for him because you thought you'd fall too. And what happened? And he lived, of course.
Yeah, but you have to live with that every day of your life.
Yeah, especially since he was paralyzed from the waist down. And after that, things were never the same between you 2.
It never is.
You eventually just kind of dropped things off. And he went on his way and you went on yours, but of course, you never forgot that.
You never forget anything like that.
And that's what led you to become the person you are today. So you could avoid a situation like that. And Davis, even though I think deep down he does forgive you, and he's gone on to have a pretty good life as an artist. But of course, some things are hard to move on from.
Yeah.
But I can assure you one day will come where you'll be able to make amends with him.
I hope so.
So, I think it's very clear all 3 of you have some very dark skeletons to hide in your closets. But on the other hand, as life is full of a lot of mistakes, and a lot of dark places, there's also a lot of light to be found and a lot of good. And the 3 of you have done a lot of good things, both before and after what happened. You've helped people, you've been good people overall, and I think you've all suffered and learned from your experiences. So I think it's fair to say that while the road from here isn't exactly going to be easy, you're definitely gonna make it to the real afterlife beyond this. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it.
It was interesting.
Lovely conversation.
It was depressing. I'm sorry. You're very depressing. You bring up the worst in people. You bring up the sadness and the goodness. But it was okay. But otherwise, very depressing.
Sounds a lot like you.
Oh, shut up. You know you're depressing too.
Yeah.
Well, you can all discuss this on the long trip.
We're going to talk about this. You know.
Because, believe me, there is a long hike ahead of you. Through lots of parks and towns and stuff. But you're going to find your way there. Just stick together, and you'll be good.
Just don't be near a cliff with me. No, I'm joking.
Wow. Wow.
I'm joking. I've learned my lesson.
Well,
Sorry.
I better leave some rude comments about you then.
Oh, fine. We'll
But
go
hey,
down.
at least we're
You
both
want me to
not
go down memory lane? Because I'll go down that road.
Hey, at least we're both not like Nick.
Exactly. we love you guys, okay?